We've put so much work into this 2008 Subaru Outback, but there's still one more thing that I've really wanted to improve: the headlights. And I've always been curious if LED bulbs are worth the extra cost versus a standard bulb. I also like to do a little light off-roading, but I can't really justify investing in a dedicated off-road light bar for something that spends the vast majority of its time on the road. So what I decided to do was upgrade my high beam bulbs to test some LEDs. One of those is the Auxito X5 Series LED bulbs. So although I will be doing some on-road testing with off-road performance in mind, let's go ahead and install these Auxito X5 Series bulbs. Oh man, this is my first time actually opening the box and seeing these. Ooh. They are quite beautiful looking out of the box. Let me unpack this the rest of the way. Look at that, gloves and an instruction manual. Guess I should put these on before I get much further. So it's nice that the instruction manual actually does cover multiple bulbs, not just the ones that we have. So we have the 9005 HB3s. Step 1, remove the original bulb. Remove the dust cover if you have. We don't have one on this vehicle, so we don't need to worry about that. Disconnect the plugs, turn the bulb counterclockwise, then take out the original bulb. What we do have to be considerate of is the orientation of the tabs. 4, connect the plug, secure the driver to a cool location. And what that's referring to is this driver here. The X5 Series does require a little bit extra room for the install because it has this special driver and the fan housing sticks out a little bit. So we have plenty of room on this vehicle. I'll show you that in a moment. The installation of these LED bulbs could not be simpler on this car. The little bit of prep that we are going to do: pull the tabs for the Snorkus on our air intake. Pull that right out of the way. Pull the tab holding the washer reservoir, the washer fluid reservoir. And we'll just push that out of the way. So we don't need to do anything drastic like pulling the battery out. Hopefully I'm in frame. We're going for this clip here. I'm going to go ahead and turn the bulb in the housing to line up the tabs. This one's a bit tight. It takes a little wiggling to get it out. So this is the old bulb. Undo the connector. Super easy to take it out. Now, are these side specific, or does not look like it? Okay. Gotta line up our tabs same way that the bulb that came out. You can see how there's one bigger tab, or one smaller tab, excuse me. So this is the orientation of how that bulb was in there. Let me zoom out here. You can see the orientation of how the old bulb was in there with the smaller tab facing up. We want to make sure that our new bulb goes in facing in the same direction. So an important note about the installation: the LED chips should face to 3 and 9 o'clock on most vehicles after installation. So if we do need to adjust it, they did include a small Allen wrench, as well as I believe another O-ring for each of the bulbs if we need that. So these bulbs are oriented properly. I'm going to go ahead and plug in our connector. Is that bidirectional? I don't know. Oh boy. It's got a clip on both sides, so I push it in until it clips. So now I want to make sure that this small tab is in the up position, and it's really hard to see, but those two bigger tabs are oriented in this position. So I will stick the bulb in facing at this angle and then turn in that direction. It is in the housing. I turn and it is in place. Wow, just like that. That is so easy. And now I need to secure this up out of the way in a cool place. I think that looks like a good spot to mount that controller right around that. One thing I worry about is if I'm filling the fluid, what if I accidentally spill on that driver? Would it be better to have it kind of off to one side? Down under, or just up and over here, out of the way? Should still be a nice cool spot. I'm gonna go right, I'm gonna mount it right over here with the zip ties. Like a surgeon. I don't know why that popped into my head, looking at these gloves. Oh, yeah. That's a throwback. For any of you who don't know, Weird Al. Like a surgeon. Hey. Yeah, I like that position right there. So I'll clip these zip ties right off. So there we go. Bulb installed. First one installed on the driver's side. I don't know if I accidentally said this was the passenger side earlier, but driver's side first. And I mounted the driver right here with the zip ties right around the hood latch cable. So I'll zip these zip ties off, I'll nip those off, and then we'll move over to the passenger side install. Make sure these are secure before I nip them off. You're holding that nice and tight. Nip, and we're good to go to the passenger side. So here we are on the passenger side. It's this bulb here. So we'll give that twist to the side. Don't want to bind up the wires. Twist our old bulb to line up the tabs. Ooh, that one's tight as well. We'll pull it out, again, noting the orientation of the tabs, the small one facing up. We have our connector facing down. That makes it easy to remember. Push the tab on the connector, pull the old bulb out. A little crusty. Have our new bulb, the LED, going in with the orientation of having that smaller tab facing up. Oh, let's go ahead and plug in our connector first before we get too far. I am curious if these connectors are like a unidirectional. I may have to swap those, flip them around. We'll find out. So with the small tab facing up, and then we turn it this way to line up the tabs, and then turn the whole thing that way to lock them. Here we go. And now we have the driver. We want to have that tucked out of the way, zip tied in a spot, in a cool spot, it said. I'm just going to zip tie the connector over to here alongside these other connectors and let this driver dangle. Don't want the wires to get chafed. I'll make sure that is nice and secure there. Maybe. Yeah, no, I do like that. I like that just right over here. Cut that off. I do worry if that's going to be dangling, moving back and forth, if that will start to chafe. So just zip tie the other driver over to keep it from bouncing, to avoid chafing the wire on the other zip tie here. Put our cover back in place. We do our first test. Here's running lights. Here's, wow, the LEDs. Wow. This video is not sponsored, but the folks over at Auxito have provided a nice 15% discount when you use my coupon code SILVERLOAF. You can just use the direct link that they've provided. That'll be in the description, and that should automatically apply the 15% discount site-wide. You do not have to order the bulbs that I show in this video Just select using the drop-down menus your vehicle, the year, make, and model, and that discount should apply to anything that you order site-wide. And when you do use my link and my coupon code, it does help this channel out by providing me the potential to earn a small commission at no additional cost to you. So we all win. And one thing you're probably noticing by now, the aim of my headlights definitely needs to be adjusted for on-road use. But I actually like this setup for the off-road use with these LEDs. It actually really illuminates everything up into the tree line and well down any trails that I'm on. On-road use, definitely have to adjust these. As you'll see in some of the upcoming clips, they're definitely set a little bit too high. As far as how to adjust the headlights on this 2008 Outback, I can show that in an upcoming video.